play session in the Mountaineer campaign, of course hosted by the 4th West Virginia. I am First Lieutenant Sigmar, and returning yet again, I have a guest speaker with me today. Who are you?
It's cold.
It's cold again, wouldn't you believe it? So, we got another match. It's going to be between same teams as before, sorta, and we're going to be on Miller's Cornfield. So it's a little bit of an imbalance to start here, so we'll have to see how both those teams adjust that. But what do you think the main game plan really is going to be on the Union side, Colt?
Well, if I was Union right now, I'd be smiling at this balance about 9 players in a
Yeah,
50-player lobby. I mean, you hope that you don't get balanced over, and it looks good for the Union. I'm not gonna lie, guys. This this does look good for Union. However, I think CSA, um, just with the advantage of the corn on this map, and if they play it right and capture point and force the Union um, to fight them on the point, I think they can pull it off. So we'll see. It is a 9-player imbalance, so it's not too bad, especially if the Union breaks it up like how
yeah.
they're kind of doing right now.
They are splitting up. That is going to kind of lessen that little balance difference in the start by just a bit. Looks like 4 guys are peeling off. So that'll make it a little bit better for CSA's first attack here.
I
But
do
still.
I do like it, like they are still kind of close to each other. Like that one's gonna reinforce the other if things get bad. So
Yeah, they got out there. I do believe that's probably Mac all the way out there. That seems like kind of his game plan. That is Mac. Who is
where is he?
this? Mac is
Oh,
over there to the east in the corner, and we got Pyro from IVB running in by himself. This might be the
oh
first
boy.
warning of the night. This might be an event record for first
Well, hold
quickest
on, hold
warning.
on. He hasn't shot a
I know,
shot
I
yet.
know, I know, but he's going straight for him. He's going
He's
straight for him. I mean, I gotta keep my eyes open. But looks like CSA is taking a little bit of a left flank
I
to the
think
west
there are
side.
gonna be a lot of scouts tonight.
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah, yeah.
especially with the corn. You gotta send scouts out and find out the enemy's position.
Real quick, I'll put the strat sketches on the screen just so you can kind of see what both teams are planning on doing tonight. Again, it's a mirror match. They've CSA planned for something, Union's planned for something, and both teams have accommodated for what the other one's going to do. Um, USA is taking a more central position on the field compared to their strat sketch, I do believe. I don't know if they necessarily have to be this forward up. I mean, they haven't even made first contact yet. Maybe they're just trying to hold the point. I don't know. But let's
So
get
Chief,
into real
it
quick.
seems like Chief knows their location. He
Oh
just
yeah,
said
yeah,
he's
yeah.
out face towards the south.
Again, it's one of those old things. If they're not coming straight down the middle, they're coming left. If they're not coming down the left, that only leaves one area open for them.
Yep.
But real quick, let's get into the roll call now that everyone is grouped up and ready. The imbalance has grown quite a bit, but I'll do the CSA roll call real quick. So we've
Yep.
got Major
Go for it.
Nitro going with MB, second MS, another little unit within MB, I do believe. For Hampton Legion Company A, it's going to be Lightburn leading the 4th West Virginia. And let's go over to the Union team. Let's see who they got.
So on the Union side, we got IVB Complex leading IVB, and then we have Chief leading for 53rd, and then Mac leading for First Minnesota. Right now, the CSA is heading for Chief's company, 53rd, so we'll see how Chief plays this out. Does not look like they're facing them at all, so
Yeah,
it
they
looks
are
like
not prepared for this.
an easy wipe here. It just depends on how quick the Union responds.
Again, I mean, they are on attack. They have the ticket advantage. If they do,
Chief
this is
doesn't
going to
see
go
it.
well. I think this is going to be a
Doesn't
nice
see it.
little attack. Yeah, yeah, this is going to be, they're going to take some tickets here, free of charge. Now, I think they might lose a little bit of their momentum as the rest of the Union shifts off, but they should have the numbers to win this fight if they decide to stick in their ground, stay in their ground. But here comes Complex.
All right. Oh goodness. Yeah, they were expecting it. Yep. I will say this: they were expecting that Union charge. They were even
Union's,
facing the same
yeah.
direction.
Oh, this is a CSA victory. I was going to say those Union boys were evaporating on the CSA.
Absolutely. I
Full
mean,
sweep.
this is the power of getting into the enemy flank and just hitting them as hard as you can. They were able to get reorganized quickly enough to where they could face the enemy after wiping one company and just slaughter them. So props to CSA, even though that it was very imbalanced, they were still able to pull it off.
Yeah, and it looks like they got 2 Union flags down. That's pretty big. Ticket lead, huge ticket lead. I don't think they want to cap point at the moment. I think they should just fall back. Um, and kind of redo that. But Mac is over there again. Mac's out to the east. As you were saying, you're thinking that they're going to be able to rotate quickly in. It looks like Mac maybe knows they're all dead, and so he's waiting, or maybe he's
I think so. I think maybe he um, just got like kind of confused because it is hard to know what's going
yeah,
on at this
that's
point.
it's Vietnam jungle on this bitch right now. You can't see anything.
I was talking to him before the event, and his plan is to just get into the enemy um, and cause some chaos to where they aren't ready for the main charge to happen.
Here
And
comes Mac. Yeah,
it
he's
looks
coming
like they
in.
might charge this company out. We'll
I
see.
don't think
Oh,
they saw
Mac is
Nitro,
running.
even if Nitro having the flag.
Yeah,
Yeah, Mac
oh
is
no,
Mac is
Mac sees it. Mac
yeah
sees
yeah.
it.
But Mac now sees it. Nitro, I don't think maybe Nitro sees it. They're a little confused.
Oh, I
No
think he's gonna match the.
casualties.
Oh my goodness,
No
they
casualties.
volleyed
They did
before
volley.
charging. All right.
No, I don't. I mean, the doing the volley before the charge was probably honestly a good thing. Again, you haven't completely caught by surprise. Normally, I wouldn't do it just because you'd expect to get seen. But
I did not see enough people die
none
to
of them fell.
justify
Yeah,
that.
not a
Yeah.
single person fell. I would have just held my load, gone in closer, and
The
executed them.
problem with doing a volley before charging is you're up close. You might as well leave it to your men to do independent fire, shoot their shot, and just get into them.
Yeah, that's how I do
You're
it.
basically telling the enemy, "Hey, we don't have loads, and we're gonna charge you."
Yeah, I generally always try to keep my shot for that point blank guaranteed kill.
Oh,
Always better to
it's
have
just
one kill.
guaranteed.
Yeah,
It's
better
just
one kill
guaranteed.
than to stab people. I always shoot instead.
Absolutely. So
Now, I mean, that was
Union,
good by Nitro. Nitro did even get more tickets. Little blunder by Mac, but shouldn't be too big
they'll
of a
bounce back
setback.
from it.
Yeah.
That's for sure. Yeah.
Looks like Complex has grouped up the majority of IVB on the west side. It'll be interesting to see now. IVB generally is an aggressive unit, I believe. They might play this passively because they are pretty far behind now. They have no
Well,
incentive
I
to
just
fight
don't
over point.
see a point for CSA to cap it yet.
Yeah, no, there's no
Either,
point for
either
CSA to
not.
cap, and there's no point for Union to play for cap. Looks like
Does look
Mac and
like
his
they're
boys
gonna
will get
do some
shot
pop
up. Yeah.
shots. Yeah, but nothing serious. Really, Union has to come to them in order for them to gain tickets here.
It looks like they're just trying to recover their flags, perhaps. I mean, they're
Oh,
right there.
he
IVB
is
should
on
be
point.
picking up the flag.
Yeah,
Pyro should get that
they
flag.
should see this because they're running through point.
Yeah, this is
CSA
interesting.
knows that they're on point now, so we'll see
Looks
how
like,
Union does. I think turtling is probably the preferred method here, but
yeah, I would just let him come to me. You got no incentive to force any kind of
make the
firefight.
point. Yeah,
But Lightburn is being a little bit aggressive. He is shifting straight into point. He senses blood. He smells it. He's going in for the kill.
I would do the exact same thing. I think he saw that flag. I think that's one of the things that gives away Union on this map is the flag. You gotta hide
Interesting.
it.
Yeah, 53rd got wiped out, but they did draw him out. IVB
Okay.
used a lot of
Yeah.
their load.
No. Yeah. This should be easy wipe by Lightburn and Nitro. They're coming in on their flank.
It is going to be a bit of a firefight.
They
Let's see.
did get a line going towards the end, but I think they are still going to get wiped just with the pure numbers.
Yeah, it's
Lightburn's
not looking
bringing.
good for
Oh,
Union.
Mac is going to reinforce though.
He did reinforce, but it was just a tad, maybe a second or two too late
Oh
to
yeah.
make a big difference. But he did manage to get more tickets. But again, they're on defense here. Union, you got to play so
Is it
conservatively.
just me or is like CSA better at charging?
From what I've seen in at least the last couple of this campaign specifically, I usually watch Union kind of evaporate on CSA. So I do believe CSA generally is doing better in the melee. I don't know why that is. It could just be down to firing discipline and melee awareness, or it could be down to something else. But It is a trend.
Very interesting.
Again, I would maybe like to see Mac just group up with the team for this next attack. If he goes, again, the balance is 27-26. We were almost perfectly balanced. CSA has not split up. That's going to be a big obstacle for Union.
Absolutely. I mean, Union is very far down on tickets. Almost half of Morale State down on tickets right now. The thing that is their biggest advantage is time, but even then, they're still kind of losing on it with 33 minutes remaining, and they're unengaged. It's not great looking on time,
No, yeah, it definitely
especially on
is
Mo
not.
Top. So we'll see if CSA gets more aggressive here. I think they're just regrouping to
Yeah,
do
they
another
pulled back
charge.
pretty heavily. They're on their side of the fence. Again, they have really no incentive to do anything but either fight or just play for time.
Yeah, just
I'd
let yeah.
maybe see them be a little bit more aggressive. I think they're just kind of grouped up on point. They're waiting for Union to come into the wheat field, then they're gonna act.
Well,
But we'll
it
see.
is kind of smart what Union's doing right now, turtling.
Yeah.
If you look at it this way, you're 32 minutes on battle ready if they cap point, right? And if I explain that to you, it's if you retake point, you
Yeah,
regain
you get your
the enemy's
morale
morale
state back.
state,
Yep.
which is at battle ready, and if you do it quick enough, um, you gain back a lot of tickets. So you'd be at 32 minutes on battle ready, which would be ideal for time,
Yeah, it
and then you would be
looks
even on tickets.
Mac is going in for. Now, here's the thing. I think Mac maybe is trying to bait the capture. I think this is what CSA is looking for. They're looking for the clock to turn blue, and then they go up and over and they go have a good old time. Mac may bait the capture here. It's just him and his boys in a forward position. Lightburn is shifting to the right, and for the CSA, that is their left. No, that's Nitro. It's the entire CSA team shifting. Interesting. Now the Union team's also shifting on the far side.
I
They're
think they
gonna.
might have spotted them.
It's possible, yeah. You can usually see that flag. The flags are pretty easy to see. The position of Union, I will say though, I've never seen this be used.
I've always been
Um,
curious about this position over here
yeah,
on
I
the left. It has a fence, but it's right next to a cornfield and very easily ambushed. Um, but it could be good if you
maybe
use the
they're trying to
fence
get
to your
behind them.
advantage.
Okay, well I need to go look at Mac dying over here. I think Mac just got his boys.
Wow.
There, yeah, Mac is dying.
Unfortunate, Mac. Unfortunate.
Again, good bait. You got CSA on point. That's what you probably wanted to do, but I would just
I just don't think
recommend.
they're gonna capture. I think they're
Yeah,
probably gonna move off of it.
I just say if you're one of the small units, man, if I see like two more than what I've currently got in my small skirmish group, I run away instantly. I start running for the hills because you die, that's really not good. Your guys are gonna die in skirmish and then out of line, and that's not good.
Yep. I mean, you're already losing on tickets here, so you want to preserve them as much as possible.
Yeah,
I do have to say, Chief is doing very good for his first match. This is his first match leading as an officer ever, so this is it's nice to see
Get on
him
the
do
fence so we don't get ambushed.
decently well.
last week is Crawford, and this week we got Chief.
Yep.
Again, I generally see the CSA team also. That's a very nice CSA flag. I do say that Hampton Legion flag. That's a
Yeah.
nice shade of red. But I digress. Generally, you do see the CSA team being a little bit more grouped up, organized. USA is a little bit more flexible. Um, I think sometimes you got to reverse your approach because the last two times for Union, they've had a real tough time of it. Occasionally. Now they've done pretty well, but some of their maps they've struggled pretty hard on.
Yeah. Uh, absolutely. I think Union really just needs to turtle and save tickets and let CSA cap.
I just don't know if
They're
CSA
just
is
on this
gonna cap.
fence, which is not out of bounds for CSA. They can easily get a wipe here if they know their position. The CSA doesn't know their position, but if they just go on top of that hill and look down, they can easily see it.
Yeah, this is like
And
playing a very boring game of Battleship right now because each side's kind of probing each area, trying to figure out where they are. Nitro went up and scouted, didn't see anyone in their spawn. There's an IVB detachment looking far right into the CSA area. They don't see anything.
it is just very interesting on how Union is playing the right side of this map.
I do think they are doing probably the right thing though. I mean, considering their position, I mean,
Yeah,
playing for
I
time,
think
that's what
I
you
would
gotta
probably
do.
just get on my spawn where they can't hit me and just wait for them to cap point. But I mean, this isn't a bad area. I mean,
Now,
you can
yeah,
very much get close to point on the side of the enemy
it does
and
look
just
like
kind of wrap around them.
CSA is intentionally taking point, it looks like. I believe they're probably doing that just to bait Union into a fight, because even if they do get that whole morale state, they get it back, it is going to force Union to come to them, and they won't be able to play for time. Nitro's going in for a little flank attack. He's going to meet Mac first. I think they're going to run into each other here.
Oh, yep, they are gonna meet each other. We'll see what happens.
I don't think Mac's spotted. They should hear Nitro. Mac's crouched if his guys are in deep concealment.
Interesting to take a crouch formation here. I'm not sure how much help that is going to be in the corn, but
I mean, Mac's like a pretty stealthy guy, it seems. Like he's generally able to get close to people.
oh, he's
Close
gonna go
relatively. Yeah,
for
he's
it. I
going for
like
it.
the
He's going for it. Yeah,
movement. I
he's going
like the
for it.
balls.
Yeah, yeah, that's what you got to do. You get
I
that.
like it. I like it.
Yeah, you have to get that momentum. If you're a small unit versus
It
another
looks like
small unit, you want
they're
that
gonna wipe
momentum.
them. Yep, it
Yep,
looks like
man,
they're
they're
gonna
gonna
wipe
wipe
them.
Nitro.
Nice charge by Mac. Props to him.
Yeah, that was good. That was good. And IVB is moving into point. I suspect they're gonna meet some resistance.
Mac needs to get
Oh,
his low
this is
kick
not good for
here.
CSA. They're splitting up. God damn, fellas,
Oh,
they're
yeah.
splitting up. This ain't gonna be good. See if
And
Lightburn can hold.
and if Union plays this right, they'll be at, probably engaged with
Yeah,
27 minutes.
personally, if
That'd
I
be
was
pretty good.
if I was Union, I wouldn't even cap right now. I would just keep taking tickets and keep fighting. And then yeah, it's a little sketchy to let that cap timer run down, but you've got
I
to
mean,
make the best use of counterattack you got.
definitely might be right here. I just I think I would rather play the time and fight on my turns versus theirs.
Yeah. They did get
Um,
CSA flags down. That's good. Who's
but
this
yeah,
coming
it's
in?
definitely an option. We'll see.
Chief is trying to play Minesweeper right now with the Union team. Now, theoretically, Chief can kill everyone on the Union team right now. I mean, if his guys are doing pretty good, they got a decent amount. Let's see what happens. Come on, Chief. I'm
Uh,
rooting for you, Chief. Let's see it.
I don't think so. he's
Oh, killed
he's
Complex.
charging.
That's one revolver down. That's one revolver down. This is what I'm talking about. They get the revolver down. I mean, yeah, this was not a beneficial trade for CSA because Union is going to probably recap point and they're going to get
Well,
those tickets back.
actually,
But
it might be sneaky good because you did just cause a ticket drain.
a
Uh,
little bit, yeah.
because the union's gonna get their uh, your tickets back, and you want to leave as least amount of tickets as possible for them to play the time. So
Yeats.
it might be actually a sneaky good play.
Yeah, Yeat's gonna. What is Yeats shooting at? All right, he recovered the flag, or at least he should be recovering the flag. That's good for.
Late, boy.
Oh, and they missed.
Right behind me, right behind me.
Yeah, you see as they got their flags out, that's gonna be a little bad for Union in terms of overall long-term success.
Yeah, IVB coming towards that guy. He's getting shot. I think
Is
he
that
was
Lightburn?
rainbowing too.
Yeah, Lightburn's taking his team out to the northeast a little bit. Again, like I said, I don't think Union was trying to recap there. They might be trying to recap now. This is maybe at the point in this next fight I'd recap. Because it's getting a little scary. See if they get that flag.
I'm gonna get your beans. I'm taking your beans. That's
I
right.
mean,
I'm
it
taking your
just
damn
makes
beans.
most sense to me
What are you
to
wearing?
cap the
What are you
point.
wearing? Pink?
Be good on time, but
That volley took him into the next morale state. Oh, he's charging? Charging after that
he's
volley?
charging. I agree with this. Even though they're expecting you, just don't let them get tickets. If you
Yeah,
win the fight, you win the fight.
that is true.
We'll
It's
see
not
what
looking
happens,
too
though. I don't think
good. Yeah, I don't think they're It's not looking
Oh,
good for C.
maybe.
I mean, it's getting close. It's actually, I think, okay,
Oh.
CSA, this is what I'm talking about, man. Union just evaporates. I don't know what happens. They just get in there,
I
they get in the fight, and they
think
just disappear.
I think CSA just stabs and goes and moves on and
Yeah, I mean,
doesn't like struggle finding the next target.
I'll have to
Versus
look the
Union, they kind
footage
of
back.
stutter a lot.
I think it's really just the difference in smashing that T button and the difference in not smashing the T button in the melee. But they actually pulled that out of their ass. I was not expecting CSA to actually win that. Who's this coming back? Sergeant
Oh,
Him, man?
yeah,
What
that
are you
was.
doing there?
What are you doing?
What are you
What are you
doing
doing,
up here,
buddy?
buddy? I don't believe he was in the roll call. Is he a
I
rogue
am.
element? He's a rogue
Oh,
element.
he is. Oh
Uh,
boy.
well, keep your eye on him, all right? Keep your eye on him.
I'll
If he
keep my
goes
eye on him.
anywhere close, I'll quick draw this fucker.
Shredded him.
What is he doing? I'm just gonna.
I,
He's an
I think you should
officer.
just make an announcement right now, just
Yeah.
warning him, like, hey.
There, he's going back. All right, he's going back. Now, generally, like I say, my Rambo rules that they shoot, but you're an officer, and again, he's in a solo unit by himself of that officer slot, which probably means he's not being officer for.
I mean, I think that's breaking rules, right?
Yeah, I do believe so. I'm not sure why he's doing it, but he is level 51, so and he's a first sergeant, so maybe, but we'll have to keep our eye on him. Union's taking their time regrouping.
Yeah, I'm not sure why they're being very methodical about this. I mean, it's pretty simple. Hit them from the side of the point,
Max separating.
wrap around them.
Mac, you don't have a flag, man. You separate out, you die. Your team ain't gonna take the point back. Let's see though. Lightburn's over there on the CSA right, and I think it's Nitro and the 53rd guys on the CSA left. Pretty strong position. They should be able to kind of pincer
I do
them.
like this. I do like how they are spread out, but they can easily reinforce each other.
Yeah,
and they're
yeah.
holding two different flanks. I think it's smart.
Nitro's
Nitro is moving
bull
in
in the
though,
china
which
shop.
I
He's
don't
charging in.
agree with.
Yeah, he's gonna spearhead
kinda
right
ballsy.
into the USA counterattack. I think
The
unless
Union splitting up here on a charge was probably their worst call.
I think Nitro's still gonna get wiped, but Lightburn's boys are gonna be alive, and that's gonna yeah. All Lightburn's going in. I mean, he can win this. We've seen Lightburn in the 4th West Virginia. They kill people in melee.
Yeah, they're gonna try reinforce. Oh, but they're gonna swing right into their.
Yeah,
flank.
they're gonna swing into him. I think this is bad for
Maybe
Union.
They turn around to face them.
They lost their momentum.
They need a
Okay.
brace. They need to stop reloading and brace.
Yeah, CSA kind of lost their momentum. Still, it's kind of even. Union's not going in for stabs though.
Union
Union's
is
going
to lose,
for.
though,
Yeah,
because
they're not going for stabbing. They're just going for
CSA
sure.
is getting more respawns in with the flags versus Union, who only has one flag.
Yeah, CSA did manage to force Union off that position. Another setback. They did get their flag out. That's good for them.
All right.
But again, 4 minutes 48 seconds on the clock. It's getting kind of. You should start sweating about now if you're a Union. This is getting close. It's one, two counterattacks coordinated maybe, and if you fuck up either of them, you have no slack.
Hey, good job. Fantastic job again. Eager Brigade, we're moving. Let's go. Break those reloads.
Yeah, just not a good idea to split your forces while charging. I get what they're trying to do, but just hit them as hard as you can on their side, and just use your pure numbers to win the fight. Splitting off when charging is pretty risky.
Yeah, I mean, you're not. This isn't a public match. This is small pop. Timings are you gotta be on time. If you're not on time, I mean, in a public match, like I say all the time, where it's like you have 100 people on your team. If a company of 30 guys goes into the melee and you're a little bit late coming in, you can get there in time. There's still going to be a fight going on. But low pop, you're going to be showing up. Everybody's dead and getting scalped. And it's going to look real awkward for you.
Yep. Absolutely.
I didn't know. You're just telling me.
Or
for the
whatever.
first
Now,
time.
as defenders, you
I
can
just love
reinforce
seeing
those
the
positions. You can't split off.
Yeah,
don't
nah,
have to.
I would suggest they group up as a team. Again, I'm
It's
a
when you do charges, it's mostly about the initial charge and then reorganizing to brace for a counter charge from reinforcements. That is the idea behind charging as unit on this map. It's who can charge the best and who can reorganize the
exactly.
fastest.
Yeah. Again, 2 minutes 50 on the clock. Looks like Mac is gonna be spotted. What is Nitro doing up here? Nitro's Splinter Cell. I generally try to take a leadership style where if something doesn't work multiple times in a row, generally that means it's not working.
I think this is going to be Union's last chance. They don't have enough time on the clock.
Yeah, and they're bringing their flags in deep. If they lose this fight, they're not going to
They
get
get
that flag
spotted
out.
here, they lose.
Yep. I'm not arguing with their position. I think it is a decent position. You can
I think
afford to
it's a
do
great
this.
position. I just think they needed to do it faster.
But yeah, they are split up. I mean, Mac is in position to do a really nice rear flank here if he starts hearing gunshots, but he just has to go in. If he goes in too early, dead. Too late, pointless. I have faith in you, Mac.
If he goes in too early, he wastes a lot of ammo and distracts the enemy.
True, yeah, I mean, it looks like, okay, he heard a
Maybe
gunshot,
distracts.
Mac's going in. He's probably going to cause a
Yeah,
little bit
I
of
actually agree with
confusion.
this decision.
Yeah, this is doing well.
And beautiful.
Yeah,
Beautiful
yeah.
Oh, beautiful execution.
That was on
Mac.
the
Good
CSA
job.
fucked up.
Oh, yup.
Although, I mean,
Nice
they are
job, Mac.
disintegrating. They are disintegrating, though. I mean, okay, yeah, it's not going well for CSA.
Yep. I completely agree with that decision.
Yeah, now that
by
played
Mac.
in their favor.
To just go in early, disorient them, get them distracted, and then let the rest of the Union Army clean up. That was a great job by Mac to start that.
Yeah.
Complex just finished it off.
And
great
it's gonna
job by both sides.
It is actually going to go into the Union favor, the win probably. We'll have to see what the morale state looks like after they recap, but I have a going to be pretty even. They got that lead back. But yeah, that bad for the CSA. They all turned around and shot. I thought that they knew Union was in front of them, but I guess not. They all turned around and shot at 4 dudes.
Yeah. Very interesting play by the CSA there. They were all kind of grouped up, not really split off. And when you're not split off like that, and one of your companies gets distracted and wastes all their shots and then gets wiped, you all get wiped. Ideally, when you split off, you can reinforce that company and then hit the Union from the side or behind, and just finish off the remainder of the Union. But
yeah, I don't believe the CSA is going to be able to stop him from taking point here. I don't see that being a situation that happens.
I would just reorganize.
Yeah, this is a little sloppy, I would say. I mean, they probably are trying to get flags out. They got 1 flag out. Okay, so it is neck and neck again. I mean, in terms of morale,
a lot of shots there.
Yeah. Here's the thing, though. There's still 26 minutes on the clock. That is so much time. And Union is at taking losses. I would say 5 to 10 kills out of line, they're going to be in breaking. And that's going to be unfortunate. Complex is running away, though. I shouldn't say running away. He's pulling back, which is probably the wise choice here. You want to conserve your tickets. Mac, though, I think if Mac gets wiped out, this is going to be disastrous.
I mean, you already have a ticket lead. Why waste it, right?
Yeah.
Try and hold on to it as long as possible.
If Mac...
You know what? Since it is low pop, I think if CSA caps here, they can be pushed into last stand.
Oh yeah, no doubt.
It's not that hard to spawn camp in this, to shoot in their spawn if they turtle. And if I was the Union right now, I'd just let them take point and try and push them last stand. Either that or just try and win on tickets. But winning on tickets is very hard on this map, especially since you got to get into melee.
It is, yeah. I mean, if I was on the CSA side right now, I would not take point. I would just, again, 25 minutes, that's a lot of time. You can spend 15 of that just shooting people up. I think they can easily get them to breaking in like one more little organized attack, even if it's not successful. If they take the point away, again, they're putting it back in the favor of the Union team. I have
They,
faith that
yeah, they
Lightburn.
could push it. They are pretty far away from Union. If they were to do kind of a suicide charge with the other company standing
That's all
on
it
point,
take.
they could easily.
Yeah,
They
I
could
think
easily
that's
get
all
into
it take.
breaking.
It's literally 53rd could go in. They could suicide bomb, get them in breaking, and 4th can cap. They don't know where they are though, but they should kind of CSA should suspect where they're going now because they keep going back to the same spot.
Yeah, I'm just not seeing enough scouting right now. I'm not seeing enough
Yeah.
looking, trying to find the enemy. They just kind of assume that they're at spawn and they're not actually checking.
Got it. All right, we should be good. All right, Minnesota to the right. Let's go. Minnesota.
We'll see how
Mac
it
is
goes.
moving out. Nitro, is this Nitro in 53rd? Who has this? Yeah, it's 53rd. Okay. Captain Ghoul is going out for a scouting mission. He's
Final
going
predictions on
straight for it.
who you think is gonna win?
I would say that laws of statistics here, attack should win. I think that as long as they just get one more big attack, they get them in breaking, I don't think they're gonna have a hard time taking point. Outside of that, I mean, there is a chance Union wins. But who do you think's taking it? Who has the better odds? Who would you bet on?
My bet is I think, well, with
Yeah.
Nitro pushing. Now I'm not so sure, but
Yeah, this is what I'm
I
talking
think-
about. This might be the suicide attack we're looking for.
it depends all on this. I'm gonna say Union still wins because I think they can defend this charge. I do think they can defend the charge and then quickly move to point. It's gonna be close though, so we'll see. I say Betnards are 45 CSA.
All right. Well, it looks like Nitro and 53rd PA are going to run into the entire Union team here at the fence. Let's see if they can take some tickets. I mean, they get
And
5,
Union,
10
Union is not in line.
They're not ready for this.
at all.
They are not prepared for this. I mean, we just got to watch that
They
ticket
just,
bar.
They just charged into an enemy with full
That's
loads.
bad, man. They're not doing so hot. They're getting shredded. Now, CSA is taking losses too. They're probably going to go
Not
into
a
breaking.
great move
But
by
look,
Union.
Union is about this. What
They
I'm
need to
talking about.
reorganize and
Yeah.
get on point, and they're gonna.
Union is about to be breaking. That's it. Lightburn goes in caps. It's over. This is what I was talking about, man. It's dominoes. This shit falls in
They
order.
should spawn main and just go to point. No loads, nothing.
I think
no-
it's honestly too late. I think that is it.
It all comes down to first Minnesota and whether they can actually do
I-
this here.
If each one of them's goddamn Chris Kyle himself, it can somehow kill 3 people with 1 bullet, which if that's the case, that is going to be the best
They
video
are
clip ever.
coming in from no.
Nah, they're going straight on. I
Oh,
think
okay.
Mac's going to get put down like a old rabid doggy. They're going to try. Yep.
Yeah.
Not much you
They
can
get
do but
cut
try.
down. Yep.
Yeah, like I said, that's what I kind of predicted to happen.
Well, yeah, I mean, you were right. Absolutely. I mean, Union should have stayed back and held their line and just tried to hang on to that fence area and let the CSA push, but they decided to push the CSA, which I'm not sure was a great idea.
Yeah, them running into Nitro at the end there was inconvenient for them. But that is going to be the first round of today's Mountaineer campaign play session. We'll look at the after the map report, and we will go on to the next round.
Hell of a match.
It was pretty fun to watch.